Alright, picture this. Close your eyes for a second and let your imagination take you back thousands of years. You're standing in ancient Egypt where the golden pyramids blaze under the relentless sun, casting long shadows over the desert. The air is thick with mystery, and the city buzzes with the power and wealth of the world's mightiest empire. This is the setting for a showdown that feels straight out of a fantasy movie, but it's a story that's been told for generations. So here's Moses, an ordinary man by all appearances, but carrying a mission that's anything but ordinary. He's been chosen by God himself to confront Pharaoh, the most powerful ruler on earth, and demand freedom for his people, the Israelites, who have been enslaved for centuries. But Pharaoh, he's not just any king. He's the living embodiment of Egyptian power, surrounded by loyal armies, wise advisors, and the kind of ego that comes from being worshipped as a god. He's used to getting his way, and he's not about to be challenged by a shepherd from the desert. Moses knows he can't just walk in and make demands. He needs a sign, something so dramatic, so impossible to ignore, that it will shake the very foundations of Pharaoh's court. That's when God steps in with instructions. Moses takes his staff, the same one he's used for years as a shepherd, and throws it to the ground. Instantly, it transforms into a snake. But not just any snake. We're talking about a huge, terrifying serpent, writhing and hissing right in the middle of Pharaoh's throne room. The kind of creature that would make anyone's heart skip a beat. Imagine the scene. The grand hall falls silent. Soldiers grip their weapons, advisors lean forward in shock, and Pharaoh's eyes narrow as he tries to figure out what's happening. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. But Pharaoh, he's not impressed. He leans back, maybe even smirks a little, and calls for his magicians and sorcerers, the best in all of Egypt, men who claim to wield the secrets of the gods. The magicians step forward, confident and calm. They throw down their own staffs, and just like that, each staff transforms into a snake as well. Suddenly, the floor is alive with writhing serpents. It's a full-on snake magic battle royale, and for a moment it looks like Moses is just one among many. Moses' snake is outnumbered, surrounded by a whole squad of magical serpents conjured by Egypt's finest. The crowd holds its breath, waiting to see what happens next. And then, the real miracle happens. Moses' snake lunges forward and starts devouring the other snakes, one after another. Gulp, 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 each magician's snake disappears down its throat. The impossible just became undeniable. The magicians are left speechless, their faces frozen in shock and disbelief. Even Pharaoh, who's seen his share of wonders, can't hide the flicker of fear and uncertainty in his eyes. But true to his reputation, he refuses to back down, his pride refusing to let him admit defeat. Here's the thing. This wasn't just a flashy magic trick. In ancient Egypt, snakes were powerful symbols. Pharaoh wore a cobra on his crown, a sign of divine authority and protection. To the Egyptians, the snake was a sacred creature, a symbol of the god's power. So when Moses' snake swallowed all the others, it was a direct challenge to Pharaoh's authority and the gods of Egypt. It was a message, loud and clear. The God of Moses is stronger than any magic, any symbol, and even the might of Pharaoh himself. This was a spiritual showdown, not just a magical one. But Pharaoh's heart, still hard as stone. He refuses to let the Israelites go, clinging to his pride and power, even as the evidence mounts against him. This snake showdown was just the opening act, a warning shot in a story that would soon explode with plagues, miracles, and moments that would change history forever. The battle lines were drawn, and neither side was backing down. So next time you hear about Moses, remember, before the Red Sea parted, before the 10 plagues rained down, it all began with a staff, a snake, and a moment of courage that nobody in that throne room would ever forget. This was the spark that set everything in motion. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think showed more guts that day? Moses standing up to the world's most powerful king, or Pharaoh refusing to back down even when faced with the impossible? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you love epic stories like this, make sure to hit subscribe for more incredible Bible tales, told in a way you've never heard before. There's so much more adventure to come.